yo sufrí ver, pero ay, cómo me duele, ay, cómo me duele, ay, cómo me duele.
What's up, everybody? It's FrankPhillyTV coming to show another video out here with your host, Big Bro and Little Bro. And right now, today, we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic that's something that's a reality in everyday life. And we're going to be talking about poor decision making and poor choices. And at this day, y'all, I'm going to leave it off to Little Bro to discuss what we're talking about and what the real true definition of poor decision making and choice making that we do every day. And this is not just about a black thing or a white thing. This is just in general. So I'm handing it off to him.
That's about regret video, right?
Yeah,
all right.
Regret.
All right.
Regret.
I'm gonna give you guys an example first to explain what I'm talking about, okay? The example that I'm talking about is say for an example, you want making poor right decisions when it came to sex or something like that, right? And you put yourself at risk for STDs, right? Mm-hmm. And you found out that you had a STD, like it could be syphilis, it could be HIV, it could be something even worse, right? Like HPV, which I think is new, or hepatitis B, whatever. Mm-hmm. Regret. It's the worst feeling in the world. So what I encourage people to do is think long and hard before you make choices, because some choices you can't come back from. There's no coming back. It's done. Once you make that mistake, it's over, and there's no coming back from it. So
True.
That's pretty much you know that. You just gotta really think about what you do before you do it, so that.
And also, you gotta also lead this in too, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta remember, sometimes the decisions that we all make, it does come back to haunt us, but at the same time, you gotta be willing to be able to accept it too. Sometimes, you know, like you hear you hear this all the time, like you sit there, you do the crime and all that other shit, but you cry when you get to fucking prison. At the end of the day, you can't cry, you understand what I'm saying, when you commit the crime and all that shit, because at the end of the day, you damn sure well was thinking long and hard, or you made the choice. You already had the choice in your mind made and figured out that you were going to go commit this crime or commit this burglary or commit this theft, commit this whatever, etc. But as soon as you get to the prison, you're crying and your head is in your lap, all because you regret it. So like my man said, y'all, we encourage y'all to make sure that y'all make the right decision, the good choice, to not get yourself in something so deep that you can never come back from, or overall regret it. So that's our whole take on the whole situation as far as regret and poor decision making, because at the end of the day, we all know deep down inside we're not perfect. We're not perfect human beings. We wouldn't be, the only person I can understand and remember, being perfect was Jesus Christ. So as far as I'm concerned, us as in the human flesh, nothing in this life is perfect. But what I'll say is that listen to us, because at the end of the day, we continue to make, myself in general, I make mistakes every day, and I'm not afraid to admit it. And at the end of the day, I'm also willing to accept my decision making and poor choices as a man, regardless of how it may turn out, whether it turns to hell, whether it turns to shit, whether it turns good, whether it turns bad. I'm willing to accept it, every choice and decision that I make as a man. And that's what we all have to agree or disagree on, as individuals in general. Because listen, like some of you young ladies out there from the ages of 14 to 25, you make poor decisions by sleeping with the wrong nigga. Just like dudes, y'all make the poor choices and decisions on sliding up in a motherfucking female raw, not knowing the consequence of what could come out of it, whether it's STDs, HIV, God knows worse. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you can't just get up and say, okay, I'm gonna go kill that bitch for giving me this shit, or I'm gonna go kill that nigga for doing this to me. No, blame yourselves. Stop living in the fucking moment. that whole moment thing up, man. Oh, I want the juicy pussy, or I want that nice long dick up in me. Trust me, all it gives you is a long-term life of mindset of thinking of something that you wish you'd have never done. And trust me, there's a lot of shit that I ain't done with my life, man. I will take it back, man, and turn it all the fuck around if I could. But at the end of the day, man, that's life. So at the end of the day, like I said before, be careful of the decisions and choices that you make as an adult. You're not a fucking child no more. You're old enough to know the decisions and choices you make, and you better damn well make sure that you're going to accept the decisions and choices you make, whether you make them good or bad. And that's all I gotta say.
So that's the point that I'm trying to make is, once again, you can't see shit in this video. This video so darn lighting so bad. We gotta come over here probably. But just think long and hard before you make decisions, man, because when you make bad decisions, you can't come back from them, and they just be real devastating, man. It's life ending. Feel like your life is over sometimes. Some decisions you make are permanent, and it leaves you, I'm sorry, with permanent consequences that you can't,
numbness,
you can't get through. It's like, people, I know people that are in jail for life, or that are dead now, or people who have handicaps because they was living a lifestyle that wasn't productive, like shooting, gang banging, got shot up in the leg. Now they can't, they older now, but they can't have fun with their kids, can't throw the football to their son no more because of the choices they made, and they regret it every day. It's a lot of choices that we make. We're not going to go down the whole list because we'll be all day, but we just basically want to talk about, just really think long and hard before you do things. Think about the consequences to your actions, and that's something I kind of got better with as I grew older. I used to just, when I was like a teenager, I was real hothead, and I would just like do things. If I felt mad, I would just like break something, or if I was angry, I just kick something, like,
right. And also,
but now I know the consequences to it.
And also, you got to understand too, ladies and gentlemen, not only you making a decision for yourself, you got to make a decision for the folks that are important to you. You gotta make a decision for those who are important to you, like, for instance, your children, your mother, your girlfriend, maybe your wife, your brothers and sisters, cousins. You're making a decision for them too, because at the end of the day, you can make these decisions and choices, but at the end of the day, look how it affects them. Because at the end of the day, like, you're going to be dead and gone, or you're going to be in prison, but at the end of the day, they gotta suffer that. They gotta deal with that type of things. Whereas though, they're going to be away in prison, and at the same time, you're dealing with the whole fact of the matter is that they're gone, and at the end of the day, there are questions to be asked when, like, say for instance, if I was to meet a certain social worker and she's asking your mother, where is she? Or your father, where is he? And at the end of the day, like, what the fuck answer do I got to answer them to? So that's why I say there's a whole line of list of decisions you make and choices that you make, but at the end of the day, like, you gotta think about who isn't affected as well.
Now me, I agree with that, but I want to put more emphasis on just the regret aspect of it all.
Okay.
Just the regrets that we have, the devastating regrets, just the regrets that you have in life when you make poor choices. We have a lot of regrets, and we do things that can't be taken back. You know what I mean? Once you do something and you regret it, you can't reverse it. That's the thing that really fucks me up. You know what I mean? That really hurts, I think, everybody. So when you make a choice and you can't take it back, and it's a choice that has really life-changing and devastating permanent effects on your life, or have a very bad impact on your life. You know what I mean? Like,
right,
going to jail or something like that, or killing someone, or anything. It could be something minor. It don't even got to be severe, but it's just a feeling of regret could be avoided by simply really thinking long and hard about the decisions that we make and the choices that we make, and thinking things through before we act to things and do things. Regret is a really bad feeling. So You know,
it just doesn't fill a void. It doesn't give you 110% of a void in your life. Whereas though, you know, like, remember, sometimes, man, that hole can never be filled. No matter what decision or choice you make, you will always will have that hole in your heart or that hole in your life. Whereas though it will never be complete or filled because of the fact that you feel as though, like, well, shit, I had this entire time. What the hell was I thinking when I was 15, 26, or 27? What was I thinking about? I was thinking all off of impulse and emotion. I let my emotions and actions get the best of me. Now look where I'm at, and what am I going to do to fix it? Of course, sometimes, you know what I mean, in this day and age, how many times you came growing up where as though your parents made a bad decision, and it took you how many years to forgive them? Or how many times you then probably went across to your neighbor's house, threw something or took something of his or hers, and it took them a long time to forgive you. So you gotta look at things like that, you know what I mean? You don't want to be numb for the rest of your life due to the fact that you made a damn stupid ass decision that you could have sat your ass down for maybe 5, 10 minutes, maybe an hour, or maybe a whole day to think about. Because at the end of the day, that thinking is going to help you along the way. Whereas though, you're gonna not, it's not about you being a big man or a big girl or a big whatever that's gonna make you feel like a bitch or anything like that. This is all about how you're gonna live the rest of your life knowing that you made the right decision and the right choice. And I can live with that. Don't you agree? You can live with that, right? We all can live with the fact that we made the right decision and the right thought of mind to just change it and all that other stuff. So at the end of the day, we encourage y'all to make the right decision, the right choice. So in the meantime, this is FrankPhillyTV, where we keeping it funky with y'all once again. And what else is left? You got anything else left to say?
That's it. Make good choices so you don't have regrets, man. Regrets hurt.
Regrets is numbing.